Drama Queen Entertainment, and it's a good vibe! So, optical illusions, potentially putting on a front, being somebody that we're not, trying to be somebody that we're not, trying to express a whole community that really doesn't give a fuck about us. Check! Who the fuck is this girl? Depends on who you ask, really. But the only opinion that matters is mine and the opinion you form of me after you get to know me, and you don't do it off a predetermined notion of somebody else. My name's KATEY Weaver. I'm a 34-year-old wife and mother of 3, and I recently, in the past 3 years, have published 5 books about my childhood sexual abuse. When I got sober 4 years ago from alcohol, I thought that I was living my life. Like, I have sobriety, I have my family around me still, and I overcame this horrific demon. But at the end of the day, and the truth be told, I only then began to survive. And I went deep into survival mode because I've spent my entire life since I've been 11 years old on the bottle. And I'm not talking about a bottle of milk, honey. I'm talking about a bottle of liquor, a bottle of Arbor Mist, a bottle of Pear Bay, a bottle of whatever I can get my hands on. I had become completely dependent on this intoxifying liquid that I was putting inside of my own body. And when I came off of it, not only did I feel the physical effects from it, I felt the severe mental effects from it. And only then I started to realize that there's a problem. It's not only with my consumption, but something lying up here. And that's the hardest problem to admit that you have. And we have to stop calling it a problem. I'm part of the problem for calling it a problem. If you have cancer, you don't say, oh, you're a problem because you have cancer. So we shouldn't do that about mental health disorders either. After a series of cycling in and out of mania and hypomania, I have been formally diagnosed with bipolar disorder. And with that being said, I am on the road to what I believe is recovery. I am doing everything that I can between therapist and psychiatrist visits and medication management and breathing techniques and grounding myself and, most importantly, talking better to myself. That alone has helped more than anything. And in America, there is such a stigma placed on properly addressing your mental health. It's really hard to admit you have a problem when you have to do it to 5 or 6 family members, but it was substantially, I don't want to say more difficult, it added a substantial amount of stress to me to do it and know that I had 200,000+ people watching me. Everybody wants to share the good times. Everybody wants to share the vibrant accomplishments, and so do I. But sometimes to get there, we have to go through trials and tribulations. And that's where I was at. But this trial and this tribulation had come and gone since I've been old enough to, I want to say, remember. And it has caused a significant deficit in the way that I live compared to the way my peers lived, compared to the way everybody else lived. I listened to every word that the psychiatrist and PA that I'm seeing said, and I took it, and not as a grain of salt. I took it to heart, and I valued it, and I appreciated it, and I am blessed to be in an opportunity and in a position to better my mental health, because there's a lot of people that can't access this at any fault of their own. 3 days a week with emergency access and other resources, I have been going to a mental health, I'm going to call it a rehabilitation facility because that's what it is. And it is benefiting me. It is benefiting me so much. So much that I'm going without anybody making me, hassling me, reminding me. I'm going on my own free will because I'm going to do anything to save my life. While I am a prolonged victim of childhood sexual abuse, while I am an author of such materials, while I am a social media influencer, while I am a coach, I am a mother, I am a wife, I am KATEY. I am KATEY Weaver, and I'm not a broken little girl. I am a determined woman, intimidating to some, fearful of none. And I want to start this journey to share the positives, the ups. I want to share the downs too. And I want to comfortably, I want to welcome you just a little bit deeper into my family, to my family dynamic. It's a beautiful thing, but it is also a work in progress. And I'm going to be more open and sharing with you. And this is going to be a healing and journey adventure for all of us. And I'm just glad to be here. And I'm going to give like a daily little, let's have a daily recap. No, fuck that. What if it all goes wrong? What if it all goes right, my dear? What if it all